Hey y'all, welcome to the studio. You know, growing up in South Texas, Thanksgiving wasn't just a holiday. It wasn't just a normal day. It was a tradition, rich with smells, sounds, and sights that linger in my heart 43 years later. Some of my fondest childhood memories were Thanksgiving in South Texas, and they come from this time of year, let me tell you. The world just seemed to slow down just enough to remind us of what really matters: food, family, gratitude, friends, all that good stuff. In this essay, we're going to be talking a little bit about South Texas and Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving morning, it always kind of started off pretty early, well before the sun came up. And I can still picture my old mama bustling around the kitchen, putting on the turkey to cook, always checking on, basting it with butter and doing all the things she used to do with it. Sometimes there was a ham baking there too, and maybe there was even Daddy checking the brisket or something out on the smoker, There's something about that cornbread dressing too that just always kind of set well with me. If the recipe, it wasn't just a recipe, it was kind of a ritual, The cornbread had to be just right. The day-old bread had to be just crumbly. Everything seasoned with sage and poultry seasoning just right, As the turkey roasted, we'd always add a little bit of the juices and the giblets to the dressing. Stirring in a little broth here and there, little bits of green onion and stuff, celery, boiled eggs, all that good stuff. Till it kind of reached this magic consistency, There's just something about it. And there were always pies, chocolate pies that were so rich and silky. Mama could make a pie, chocolate pie, and put that meringue on top of it. Nothing like it. There could have been a dessert fit for royalty. Maybe we were royalty, I don't know. Or even coconut pies with golden meringues, these peaks, cooked just perfectly, little brown, kind of golden brown specks on top, from where it just slightly burned and stuff. And mouthed water just thinking about them coconut pies. But the real showstopper was Daddy's orange cake. That orange cake, man, that orange cake. It'd have to sit there and marinate until Christmas, Daddy'd start preparing it around Thanksgiving. Well in advance, because it had to marinate, all the way up until at least Christmas. Until it reached that flavor that was just so perfect, you couldn't quite beat it. It's a level of flavor that you just can't match. It was a sign that good things were to come, for sure. Good things come to those who wait. He'd always say I'll have to keep an eye on the cake through Christmas. Add a little orange juice and stuff, a little mixture to it here and there. There was just nothing quite like it. Nothing in the world. Now in South Texas, you never knew what Thanksgiving Day might bring when it comes to the weather. It might feel like the air would have a crisp, cool tinge to it, maybe just a little edge on it, Maybe it was a blue northern. Hell, it might feel like a summer day. It could be a barbecue rather than a fall feast, The sun would be beating down on you, temperatures climbing up into the 90s. It's not uncommon. But no matter the weather, the traditions, they all kind of stayed the same. Our lunch was over, right? I remember this was always a big thing. When lunch was over, the dishes were cleared. Usually be about 2, 3 o'clock. We'd all make our way in there to watch a Cowboys game on TV. It didn't matter who they were playing. Thanksgiving wasn't complete without watching the Cowboys win or lose. It really didn't matter. I'll never forget that game in 1993. Y'all remember this? Oh, Leon Lett, when he famously slid into the Miami end zone. It was snow-covered Texas Stadium. Just imagine that, snow in Texas. Well, it happens sometimes up in Dallas. On Thanksgiving Day, no less, all right? It felt like we stepped into another world. There was just nothing quite like it. That's one of my favorite memories with the Dallas Cowboys. As I've grown older, I've come to realize that Thanksgiving isn't just about the food or the football or anything like that. It's about feeling at home. It's about a feeling of belonging. And South Texas was always my home, no matter where I went in the world. Well, life has taken me very far from it from time to time. My heart and sometimes my body find its way back here to South Texas. You know, home isn't always perfect. It's not always the place that we remember it. Sometimes it's messy, and not every memory is a happy one. But you know, even in the hardest moments, there's something good tucked away there. Something worth holding on to. And I think Thanksgiving reminds us of that. It asks us to pause, to look for the things that we're thankful for, the things that we can be grateful for, the things that we can cling to even when life feels heavy. Maybe it's the laughter of the family gathered around a table, or maybe it's the smell of turkey filling the air. Maybe it's something as simple as having a roof over your head or the warmth of a meal to eat. Whatever it is, gratitude doesn't erase struggles we face, but it can make them feel a little less overwhelming. So hear me out. This Thanksgiving, I invite you to share your own memories. Talk about it. Share them with somebody. It'll make you feel good. Maybe your holiday traditions look far different than the ones that I have. Maybe your home isn't even in Texas. Maybe it's somewhere else entirely. It doesn't matter. Wherever you're from, whatever your story is, I'd like to hear it. Leave me a comment. Tell me a story. Let's just have a Thanksgiving story time like good old friends do. It doesn't matter. What are your favorite foods? What's your favorite childhood memory? Let's start a conversation together. It's not just about Texas. It's not just about holidays. It's not about differences and indifferences. It's about the things that make us feel connected, the things that make us feel grounded and grateful. As you celebrate this year, I want to wish you a happy Thanksgiving. For me and my wife here in South Texas, wherever you are, I want to wish you a happy Thanksgiving. And I want to encourage you to take a moment. Just take one little moment of this time and find something to be thankful for, even if it's small. And remember that no matter how far life takes you from home, home is just a memory away. No matter where you go, home's always there, tucked inside your heart, waiting to welcome you back. I'm Matt. Thanks for listening to these essays of Texas.